Hey, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Happy February 4th. Happy day 4 of February. This week I am getting ready to go to LA for a few days. I am celebrating and recognizing some of my coaches who earned a big honor. They got invited to a special conference. And if it's in California and it's semi-close to Disneyland, I feel like I should go just to make sure that they're okay. But actually I'm going so I can take them to Disneyland. We're gonna go have dinner and enjoy a little time with the mouse in the sunshine. So because I'm packing this week and because as we get into February and March and April, we get into these months of spring travel, I thought today would be a good day to share some of my travel hacks, travel tips, and how I stay on track when I do travel. So I've got some tips for you today. As you saw in the beginning, I shared with you some of the items that I take with me, some of the items that I stop and get when I get to wherever I'm going. And today is all about staying on track when you travel. So number one, the first action that I take wherever I go, whenever I get there, is I stop at a grocery store, likely Whole Foods. That's the one that I seek out the most. When I'm in New York, it's an easy stop. It's just a couple blocks from our hotel. However, this week in LA, it's just a couple blocks from our hotel as well, like a 10-minute walk. So I will pack my Whole Foods reusable grocery bag that I buy here in Carmel, Indiana, and take that with me. I'll put that in my suitcase. I'll take that with me. What do I get when I go to Whole Foods? Well, and why do I go to Whole Foods, or why do I go to any grocery store, wherever it might be? Number one, you can get more for less. I can get water, I can get veggies, I can get snacks, I can get stuff that helps me stay on track, and stuff that just settles well. You know, sometimes you're a little bit off when you travel, and I have a pretty picky digestive system anyway, so I'm not gonna add fuel to that fire. I'm going to stay as on track as I possibly can, and I can get more for less money. So why am I spending money on random food at a restaurant when I can spend money at Disneyland? So I will always stop at a grocery store. When we are in New York City, because it's only a couple blocks from the hotel, I will shop kind of like Europeans do, in that I will kind of shop for that day-ish. You know, there's only so much you can carry, so I will kind of shop for whatever water or fruit or veggies or things like that. And there's also not always a lot of room in a hotel room, so when we're in New York, because it's only a couple blocks from the hotel, I'll shop kind of like a European, and I'll shop for that day. It sounds like I'll be able to do that in LA as well. I'll only be out there for a few days, but the Whole Foods is just a few blocks from our hotel. So I'll be able to make some stops if I need to go back. When we stop in Orlando, when we head down to Walt Disney World, and we stop in Orlando, of course we do a little bit bigger haul and get whatever we can get and know that we're not going to be going back and forth. And that just is what it is. But no matter where I go, no matter where I travel, my first stop is always a grocery store, and I do seek out a Whole Foods. I buy stuff like Mary's Gone crackers. They're vegan, gluten-free. I'll buy Simple Mills crackers. Those are two of our favorite brands. I buy my almond butter for my shake. I'll buy usually some carrots and celery, some hummus, maybe some grapes, just some easy items to have in the little hotel mini fridge to have on hand. And then I will also buy gallons of water. So, because I'm never quite sure about the tap water. And again, if you have a picky digestive system, it's easier to have some gallons and distilled some spring water. And I buy the gallons. Number one, cheaper. Number two, more of it. And number three, much better for the environment than a bunch of plastic bottles. So I'll buy some gallons of water. I'll buy some almond milk. I'll buy some almond butter. I'll buy some fruit, some veggies, some hummus, whatever. Have all that in my room. Saves money, saves time, keeps me on track. That's number one. Number two, this is a little controversial, probably. I don't know if that's the right word, but it just might be something new. When I shared this with my coaches last night, it was new to them. So I fast when I travel. So many of you probably know I do intermittent fasting. And actually, I have done intermittent fasting almost all my life, long before it was called intermittent fasting, long before it was buzzy. I just didn't know that's what it was called. And when I say all my life, I mean way back in the day, like 24 years ago, right after Jenna was born. I just found this, because I don't really like breakfast food, and that's probably what lended my habits to be that way anyway. I don't really like a lot of breakfast food, and I would just wait to eat until a little bit later and then kind of eat within a certain window. I just didn't know that was called intermittent fasting, but literally like 24 years ago, because I vividly remember doing it after Jenna was born, and it just didn't have a name. So now that I've actually gotten more educated on it too and understand that was sort of just the natural way I liked it to eat. I didn't understand the plethora of health benefits there were to intermittent fasting, but I've now taken that into my travel, because travel in the air can slow down your digestive system. And let me go back to the fact that I already have digestive issues. Many women do. This is not uncommon. So I don't want to put anything in my system for it to have to work when we're 20,000 feet or however high up in the air, and it's not going to work, and it just throws me off. So I will fast while I'm traveling and then eat when I get to my destination. That also kind of helps me get on their time zone. So, in New York, obviously it's Eastern time zone. In LA, it's going to be 3 hours behind me. So that is just going to be, that'll just be a hard shift to make. It'll be actually harder when I come back. But I have found when I fast, it does help me make that shift, and there's just less for my body to have to manage when I'm in the air, and I feel better when I travel, and I feel better when I land. So that's number 2. I fast when I travel. I got my notes here because I don't want to miss anything. Number 3, as you saw, I always take my Shakeology. I always take my Energize. I will be taking my vitamin C. I take anything that I can take. So I'll take vegan beach bars, Shakeology, Energize, vitamin C, shaker cup, straw, my reusable stainless steel straws, anything that I can take with me, I will take, depending on how long the trip is. And if I've got other people there making shakes, I may or may not take a blender with me. When we went to New York and Jesse and I are both making shakes, I'm taking the NutriBullet. When it's just me in the hotel room, likely I won't. I'll just take my shaker cup, throw some water, a little bit of almond milk in my cup, throw my pumpkin spice Shakeology in there, put some ice in it, shake it up, and go. I probably won't take my NutriBullet just to save space. If I'm gone a little bit longer and there's more than one of us making shakes, I always take my NutriBullet or some kind of small, that Hamilton Beach shaker that we get at Target. I'll take that sometimes too. If it's just me, I'm just gonna shake it up. But I try to take what I can that are my normal pieces of my life, because just because I travel doesn't mean I want to be not healthy. So Shakeology is something I do every single day and have for 10 years. Energize, like, how do you even function without it? I don't even know. So of course I'm going to take Energize. I take my vitamin C because it's kind of a new addition into my morning routine, and I'm loving it. As sort of a precursor to travel, during travel, after travel, during this kind of cold and flu season, especially with the pretty significant virus that's going around. A little extra vitamin C is awesome. So I will take all of that with me always. That's always been a non-negotiable. Whatever I can take with me, I take with me. It's super easy. So then that leads into number 3. When I get to the hotel, I'm setting up my Shakeology / Energize bar. I'm just setting it up in a space where it's already good to go. There's my shake. There are my snacks. If I, bought them, there's my vegan beach bars. There's my Energize. There are my shaker cups. Everything's ready. It's right there. It's good to go. So I can continue my morning routine no matter where I am. And some of you might be watching this going, wow, I've never thought about taking all that or traveling with all that. I just sort of get in the car and go. And I guess my response is, well, just because I've left my home doesn't mean I don't want to be healthy. I especially want to make sure my immune system is boosted and that I'm doing everything I can to stay healthy when I travel, because now you're around so many other people who may not take as good a care of themselves as you and I might. So if I'm around those people, I definitely want to boost my immune system. I absolutely want to have Shakeology. I absolutely want to have my vitamin C. I absolutely want to make sure I'm getting movement and extra water in, because they may not be as healthy as you and me. And if they're sneezing and coughing on me, I need my immune system to be like armor to fend that off. I don't want those germs. So my adherence to really healthy practices almost escalates when I travel, because I want to make sure that I stay healthy when I come back. So I set up my Shakeology and my Energized bar. Okay, number 4, I have Beachbody On Demand. Now that is just such an easy tool. And one of my coaches, and we were talking last night, and I was sharing some of these tips, and I'm asking their opinions, and she was saying how cool it was when she watched me in New York that I took Beachbody On Demand to the hotel, or to the hotel gym, and the Wi-Fi wasn't so great. And so I just simply picked it up and came back to my hotel room and did it in my hotel room. And that's the beauty of Beachbody On. You can't pick up the treadmill and bring it up to your hotel room. You can't pick up the bike and bring it up to your hotel room. You can't pick up really the weights and bring it up to your hotel room. But I can pick up my fitness and bring it up to my hotel room because I have thousands of hours of content on Beachbody On Demand that I could do anywhere. I do Beachbody On Demand when we're up at the lake. I do it outside at the lake in Wisconsin. I do it when we're in Disney. I do it when I'm in New York, sometimes in the gym, sometimes in the hotel room. I will do it this week in Los Angeles. And that is the beauty of Beachbody On Demand, is whatever you need for fitness, it's already on there, and it can be anywhere, on your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad. So maybe you need a little yoga to stretch out after traveling, awesome. Maybe you need some cardio to get stuff going after traveling, awesome. Maybe you can get to the hotel gym and you want to lift some weights, awesome. Like, it's all covered, and it doesn't matter where you're using it. The tool itself is so mind-blowingly amazing that it makes travel and staying on track so stress-free, because you know you've got this incredible tool. Plus there's Fixate in there, Shakeology recipes in there. There's so much in there that you can be looking at, seeing, and using when you travel. Like, it's just such a no-brainer. So Beachbody On Demand, of course. Number 5, and this was interesting because I guess I do this and I don't think about it because it's so second nature to me. We try to walk everywhere as much as we possibly can. If we can take the stairs, and it's funny because when I travel with my family, like, we all just gravitate to the stairs and we watch everybody. And I'm like, why are you just walking? Why are you standing on the escalator? We all just gravitate towards the stairs. We got legs that work. We are healthy people. Why not take the stairs? And we watch other people just stand there on the escalator. We walk wherever we can, and we take the stairs wherever we can. In New York, that saves you money. Often it saves you time, but it just puts some extra steps in your day, creates a little bit more movement. And I got 2 legs at work, so I am going to use those stairs while I can for as long as I can. Number 6, I prioritize movement. As soon as I get to my destination, if I can get a workout or some kind of movement in, I will. So if I'm going to New York and I can get a workout in very quickly after I arrive, I'm going to do that. That's going to help me just kind of shake off the effects of, being 20,000 feet in the air. When I'm in LA, same thing, and I'm hoping that there's sunshine so I can get outside and do it. If we're at Disney, I'm gonna change my clothes, hopefully into shorts in Florida, and we're gonna get out and start walking the park. And that, of course, is movement too. So it doesn't always have to be this set, structured workout, but you better be moving, because you've been sitting, probably driving to the airport, you've been sitting on the airplane, maybe you've been sitting in the car. You need to prioritize movement. And last, this is also going to be one that probably ruffles some feathers. I don't drink my calories. So some of you probably know I don't drink alcohol at all. That's a personal preference choice for a multitude of reasons. Do what works for you, but I don't drink my calories really. So it's really easy on vacation to, especially if you go to an island, or like when we go on the Disney cruise and we're on Castaway Cay and you just want to order one of those big fruity drinks. I'm not saying that never to do that. You just got to be aware that that's calories too. And sometimes when we drink calories, we don't register them in our brain like when we eat calories, even though they could be the same or more. So I don't drink my calories at home. I don't drink my calories when I'm traveling on some, fruity, juicy drink. So those are some tips that I have when traveling. Let me run through them really quickly. 1, stop at a grocery store. I usually do Whole Foods. Number 2, I fast when I travel. Number 3, I set up my shake bar, my Energize bar, make everything super convenient. When it's convenient, you'll stay consistent. Number 4, I use Beachbody On Demand, duh. Number 5, I walk everywhere as much as we possibly can. Number 6, prioritize movement, get your workout in. Number 7, be very cognizant of calories that you drink versus calories that you eat. I hope those help. Let me know if you would love some other travel tips, some other travel hacks. I am here to help you because I love to travel, I love fitness, and I love staying on track. And just because we leave our home does not mean we are not healthy. Have a great Tuesday.